Hello, everyone. Just want to mention at the start of this podcast that we've got links in the description that are all worth checking out. We are on Spotify and Apple Music for this podcast, as well as on YouTube, more Jacob Fox. But if you want to tune in live, it's twitch.tv/gamesbadly. And also, if you have a little mosey on down to that description, there's some merch designs on Redbubble too, so that should be fun. Yes, here's the intro music. That's one intro music right there.
Wow!
Pedro Popo's saying, "I'm not even up on my phone, lol." I don't know what that means. So, Judd.
Yep.
Apex Legends, right? I've been playing a lot of it, haven't I?
Yeah, you have, yeah.
I've got better. I've definitely got better.
Yeah, no, you have, yeah.
I'm not great yet, but I've definitely got better. Like, as in, yesterday I didn't really play with you at all, because that would be gay.
Which is weird, yeah, weird, because you like playing with me, yeah. You're fucking gay.
But I did pretty well. I got, I don't know, I got a few squad kills in one session on my own. I even got a win last night, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to say, did you see, I sent you that screenshot, didn't I? We've been playing on PC for quite a while, and I've kind of been switching between controller and mouse and keyboard, because I couldn't decide which...
Whilst on PC.
Yeah, which was better for me. I've landed on controller, I think, just because the only reason to play with keyboard and mouse is accuracy. Like, you can be, like, pinpoint... Like, most people think you can be a lot more accurate with it, and I think most people are right, but personally, I'm just not. I'm nowhere near as accurate. So the only advantage to, like, you can still run around and everything. It's just the same speed with controller. So I've landed on controller because I think I'm better on it. But the other reason is because I downloaded Apex Legends on PS4 because I wanted to just see if, because normally the competition on PC is way stronger. Normally the PC gamers are way better at these sorts of things, especially on a game where there's no aim assist. Because on PS4, I'm pretty sure there's not aim assist either. I might be wrong on that, but if you played Call of Duty on PC and against Call of Duty on PS4, the big difference is Call of Duty on PC, whether you play with a controller or not, no aim assist. Call of Duty on PS4 there is, but with Apex Legends, I don't think that's the case. And the first game I had on PS4, I got 8 kills and we won. Like, we just destroyed. Which kind of confirmed to me that the players on PS4 are just not the same standard by any means.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I even had a game... I've only played 2 games on PS4, and the other game I played, we didn't win, but I got, like, 5 kills, and the only reason we died was because one of the team just disconnected, and the other player was just terrible.
Yeah.
Like, they were awful. So...
It happens a lot.
Yeah, but that was my sort of PlayStation 4 escapade on Apex Legends. I pulled a legendary skin out of a pack the other day though.
Oh, which one?
For the Peacekeeper as well. So I was pretty pleased with that, being as my favourite gun. Or I don't know. It's not. I've kind of swapped it out for like the R301 and stuff now. But
yeah,
the Spitfire's really good actually.
I love the Spitfire. The Spitfire's been like my favourite gun for like a long time since like I started playing.
It is really good. To be honest, I'm really happy with how balanced the guns are on Apex, because there's obviously some that are particularly better than the others, but not too much. And for a Battle Royale, that's how it should be. There should be some guns that are a bit better than others.
I think that's just... I think like on Fortnite, I've not really played for a while. Like, I've not played for about maybe like a year now, but I know with Fortnite there are just some guns on that game where it's like you have to have that gun to win. Like, if you don't have that gun, you're not winning.
Which isn't as much of a problem as you'd think, because a lot of the time you will find one of those guns on Fortnite.
Yeah, guns seem to drop way more on Fortnite than they do on Apex. Like, there's been a lot of games where we're just running about like, where the fuck are any guns?
Yeah,
like,
at the start at least. You always tend to get what you want by the end of it. But also, I might have made an oopsie or two.
You didn't know. Go on then. What are your oopsies?
I might have bought the premium battle pass on Apex. I might have done that. Oh well, he left. That's it. That's the end of Games Badly, everyone. This is
Why'd you do that?
No, this is a bit.
Why'd you do that?
Everyone can see that weird dress that I've got
Oh,
on sale.
oh, right, okay.
The reason I did that was because it's actually fairly cheap. It's only like £8, and you get like 4 legendary skins just straight away. And then if you level it up, you get another 2. Plus, you can't just buy the battle pass. You have to buy Apex coins and buy it with those. And the thing is, if you level it up enough, and with how much I've been playing it, I've been leveling it up a fair amount. You can get coins back anyway. So it costs. You have to buy 1,000 coins, but it costs 950. So you're left with 50 coins. And I think you can get about 500 or 600 coins from the battle pass.
Yeah, in total.
Yeah. So obviously you can't earn it back, but it's a lot of coins ready for the next one if you're an avid player and things. So it's not.
I think on Fortnite, if you got through the entire battle pass, then there'd be like enough for the next one. Like if you got through it all, which kind of makes me wonder how they made their money. Probably on skins and stuff, but
yeah, Apex doesn't scale things well enough like that. As in, it costs too much crafting materials and too many coins for skins and things like that. As in, if I wanted to get a legendary skin for like one of these, like one of the you can have like limited time skins, like legendary skins and that.
Yeah,
it's 1,200 coins for that, 1,200. So that's more than £8 for one weapon skin.
Yeah,
and the scaling's just not right. And also, you can't grind and buy packs with legend points from leveling up and things like that. You can't. In Hearthstone, if you complete challenges and things, you can grind and earn coins.
So
there's no system for that, which I think is bullshit. Really, like in the grand scheme of things, £8 for the battle pass and getting all that stuff out of it, it's not too bad, really.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
It's not great.
Back when I used to play Fortnite a lot with friends, and I think I got the battle pass twice. Like I got two of this season, so I got a battle pass. It might have been like season 3 and 4 or 4 and 5, one of them. But it was I got it, and it was like 10, 15 quid, something like that. And it's just it's just shit, but like Apex is obviously a better game. It's the only game you seem to be playing, so if you chuck £20 at it, that's fine.
And I've not even put that much into it, so
yeah. I was debating earlier whether or not I should get like because there was a WH Smiths in the hospital I was in, and I was just looking around the WH Smiths because I was like, if there's like because you know how you can buy cards that have like virtual dollary dues for like Blizzard. I'll get like a tenner's worth of that just so I can get some extra card packs in on Hearthstone. Or I've been playing. I swear to God, I've been playing this mobile game like on my Kindle because I just got given a Kindle recently.
Oh,
so
right. Nice.
I'll talk more about that in a bit. But it's
what is it? Is it Adventure Communist?
It's not Adventure Communist, no.
Because I've been playing that on my phone.
I know you've been playing that. It's this like like Clash of Clans kind of thing where like you build a base and then you fight other people's bases. It's literally that, but set in like the Warhammer horror, like 40k universe, but like Horus Heresy time. It's just that, and I've got really into it, and like I just the only reason I thought is like I might spend like a tiny bit of money on that is because you have like builders like that build stuff for you, like you give them resource and they build stuff.
Yeah.
But you're only given one. Yeah. And then the sort of like currency to spend your
That's
real
how they
currency.
do it though. They give you one.
And you get a little bit of taste of the crack, and then you start, you want to.
But the thing is, I do find you can grind for stuff on those games at least.
It takes
in fact, forever. It might take you a year to be able to grind them out for $1, but.
No, on this one, I swear to God, it's so easy. It's so easy to grind for stuff like that. But I've just been spending it on loads of different stuff. But the thing is, £5 right to buy another builder. It's like I can't remember what they call them. It's like 400 of these virtual coins, and if you spend a £5 on the game, you get like 1,000 or 800 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was very tempted to just go £5, have it, and then like like
it is really tempting.
maybe next month if I'm still playing this game, I might go enough. Did I say bucks? Did I say $5?
No, you said a fiver. But
Oh, all right, okay.
Thing
But
is,
yeah,
I find if I ever do that, I always feel guilty after. I always feel like, ugh, I shouldn't spend money on these
yeah.
things.
I probably shouldn't. But the thing is, it's like to me, it's like that's a fiver, and I'm not too obsessed with it, so I just have that, and it makes it a little bit easier. It's just like a tiny bit easier. Well, no, it helps quite a lot actually. It's not. It's
but
not
I think that's pay to win type thing, and I'm never interested in that. But the thing is, as well, on a game where you can grind for stuff, I tend to not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure whether that makes me less or more likely to spend a bit of money on it. Because if you can grind for stuff, you can almost appreciate how many hours that saved you. But whereas if you can't grind for it, then it's like, well, fuck it then. You know?
Yeah. The thing is, like, recently when obviously this new expansion's come out for Hearthstone, I had 1,800 gold saved up. I also had like 3
Which
packs.
Isn't that much.
That's 18 packs worth. So I also had another 3 packs like waiting for me to open, for when it came out this month. Just from like quests and stuff I'd done when they were doing like a big announcement.
And that does sound like a lot. If you've got like 21 packs, that sounds like, oh, you might get some good stuff, but it's not really enough to be competitive, is it?
No, it's not enough to be competitive. Like people will buy 100 packs worth, and they'll not even be set for.
Well,
for
normally
the,
what the
pros
do,
they'll be ready for it.
The pros will normally save up gold in the last expansion and just spend all their gold on the next one.
Like that's what they do. They'll not spend anything like during that entire expansion. They'll not spend anything, and then when the next one comes out, they'll just go, right, all of that at the new expansion.
Yeah,
give me that, and then rinse and repeat, and then they get dusts, and it's a very good system. Yeah,
which is kind of what you can do with the Apex Battle Pass system, but only if you've got the premium one. So you have to spend some money at one point. You have to spend some money to save a bit of money.
Money's going to be spent at some point, and it probably would be on Hearthstone as well.
But you don't have to on Hearthstone.
And it probably would be on this mobile game I'm playing right now. But
those you don't have to. It's what's annoying me on Apex, that you can't even buy Apex packs without spending money. You can't, like... And when you level up and you get, like, legend tokens, I think it's called, but... You can only level up a certain amount of times, so even when you get to max level, you're not really getting any rewards then, other than, I think you might... No, you don't even get any legend coins on Battle Pass. You get some packs on the basic Battle Pass if you get to, like, level 20. But the thing is, there's 100 levels on the Battle Pass, and it gets harder to level up each time, and you have to complete certain challenges to level it up as well. You can't just do well at the game. Well, you kind of can, because XP counts towards it, but it may as well not. So, it's just not a great system, and they've decided to implement this not great system before they've implemented a bunch of features that it kind of needs. Yeah. It's still the best battle royale at the minute. Actually, I don't know. The Call of Duty one might be good.
It's not really.
It seems pretty good, especially being as I do like Call of Duty. I think that's everything I want to say about Apex. But speaking of Call of Duty, I made another oopsie.
That's fucking disgusting. Also, hold it. I'm going to shit myself.
I'm gonna go do another. Are you sure it's not just some fluff on your asshole again?
No. Wait, spoilers. No. Wait, no spoilers. No,
we've just recorded that.
Yeah, we got a person who's watching the stream. Who needs to watch listen to the last podcast because that was fucking gold. But anyway,
go and have your shit then. I'll just preoccupy people. Oh. I've just been sent a message. I've just been sent a photo from my girlfriend. Let's see what this is. Live announcement of this photo on stream. She's just resent me back a picture of her with having this massive monkey teddy that she's got that's spooning her. But I sent her that in the first place. I don't know why she's sending that back to me. I don't know. That's confusing. Some weird stuff. I'm really hungry, actually. I need to get some food. She, I swear she gaslights me, you know. Like, she makes me think that I've forgotten about stuff when it's actually her, or mixed things up. I swear. Because she said that we were going to be going to see Ed Sheeran tonight in concert. Because she rung me up earlier this week and asked me if I wanted to go with her. And I asked her, does she mean the Saturday coming up? And she said, yeah. So well, obviously it's today. And when I rung her up earlier to ask what we were doing, she was like, no, it's next week. I'm like, well, yeah, she acted like she told me that it was. She said what specific date it was, and she didn't. She said, and thing is, on the phone, she said, I'm sure I told you it was the 16th. Well, the 16th isn't even a Saturday. It's a Friday. Confusing. Moral of the story is, I'm always right. Often that is actually the case. And I don't know what Judd's doing. This is the part of the podcast where I start doing random stuff. This is the whisper part. Pretend I'm on. God, that's hilarious. Yes, I'm glad to know that someone at least likes something I do. I don't know. That's such a depressing thought. This is it's like one of those late night radio broadcasts where they say intelligent things, but they say it very softly into the microphone. Eugenics, big words, hypothesis, teapot. Oh, how long does it take him to shit? It must be a big one. I've got more gaming things to tell him about as well. All I've been doing with my life for the past week has been playing this one game. I need to get some mileage out of it. I streamed it earlier and I was just getting so pissed off. It's made me very sweaty. I need to get a shower. It only amplifies the mood because of your accent. I should do it in a posher accent if I'm going to do that. What would a posher accent sound like? What can I say in like a posh accent, a posh British accent? Okay. The shipping forecast will be arriving next week, and we will find out whether it is going to be dry or sunny for the boats that arrive. Please keep an eye out and make sure no small children will be running around because they may trip over, and that is not a good thing. Also, don't leave any luggage unattended, and have a nice flight. Goodbye. Was that good? I don't know why I turned into. I don't know even what I was saying then. I don't know why I turned into a pilot. I mean, could be. Who knows? I wonder if Judd's got this stream on as he's taking a shit and he's just listened to me do that. Well, some other Okay, I know what I can do. Let's read out. I'm gonna Google clever sounding poem. Clever sounding poem. Weird poems. Sure, I'll read one of these out in as posh of an English accent as I can, and let's see how this does. This poem is called "The Worm Can Turn." The worm can turn, haven't you heard? When you think upon it, it seems absurd. Worms can turn near, worms can turn far. It really depends on where they are. Worms are turning everywhere. One might be turning in your hair. Worms on an apple. Find turning hell, 'cause apples are hard. They can't turn very well. Oh shit. That sounded clever. This next one is called Moose. A moose is like a bull on stilts, with very silly kind of head. And if one of them sat on you, you'd probably be dead. They grow to 7 feet in height, or something rather near. And if you threw beer onto them, then they would smell of beer. What the fuck is that talking about? That is a weird ass poem.
Did you stop the recording when I went?
No. That's all on there. That's how it works.
That's all on there.
We do this live in one take. I couldn't edit this because if I edited it, it would it'd take like an extra 3 hours to put up. So
yeah, sorry about that. Just my stomach's been like awful all day.
Well, all I was doing was putting on my most Pedro Popo was enjoying me doing like the ASMR voice into here, and with a British accent. So I put on my poshest British accent, and I googled some poems to read out. Listen to this one. I'm not gonna.
Do it for me.
Oh, do you want me to do the accent and everything as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just read out the one I just read out just to get your reaction, because I don't know what the fuck it was talking about. Because, because I can't read very well, I'm concentrating so hard on reading well, I don't know what I've just
You're
said.
like sweating and stuff.
No, I just don't know what I've just said, so I don't get it.
Yeah.
So, right,
Go on
here we
then,
go.
I'll tell you what it said.
This poem is called A Moose.
A moose?
A moose is like a bull on stilts, with a silly kind of head. And if one of them sat on you, you'd probably be dead. They grow to 7 feet in height, or something rather near. And if you threw beer onto them, they would smell of beer.
Yeah, they would. They would.
They would smell of beer. Like that does make sense.
Yeah.
So that's that.
That's gonna be like a kid's poem or something. That.
I don't know. I googled clever sounding poems, and the first link was weird poems. I thought, that's close enough.
That's better. Fucking, if you put beer on it, it would smell of beer. Yeah, that's usually how that works, to be honest.
That is true. So I also want to tell you about another oopsie I had to do with Call of Duty. So I wanted to buy an old Call of Duty.
An old one?
Yeah, an older one. Like, you know how we were talking about sort of... I've already got Black Ops, so I'm thinking between Black Ops and Black Ops 2. So it were basically the Modern Warfare... I looked up COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, or Black Ops 2. All on PC.
Okay.
And forgot that none of them would have aim assist, which is kind of crucial to what I want. But then I also thought, well, I looked at what were cheapest, and I can't remember what were cheapest, but one of the cheapest was Modern Warfare 3, and I thought, I'll get that one because I can play the, the survival mode that I really liked.
Yeah.
I've already got zombies on Black Ops, so getting Black Ops 2.
Zombies,
So getting Black Ops 2, I get an extra feature in Modern Warfare 3. So I boot up Modern Warfare 3, no controller support at all. None. Zero controller support for Modern Warfare 3 on PC.
On PC?
Yeah. None.
What? Are you using...
controller support on Black Ops 1, a game that came out before it, but on Modern Warfare 3, none.
Which controller are you using?
It doesn't matter. I looked it up. There's no controller support at all. I'm using a 360 controller, so it's the most supported controller there is.
Well, you can refund it though, can't you? Did you get it on?
No, because I got it on like G2A or something. So.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah, and it were like £8, so it's not like a disaster, but
yeah,
it's really annoying because I'm basically not playing it. Then there's no reason for me to play it. And what annoyed me even more is I realised Call of Duty Ghosts that I've already got on PC has that mode as well. Ugh.
Oh wait, the one with the aliens.
Does it have aliens? I don't. It has survival mode anyway.
Is it called Infection or something?
I don't know. No. That's online. I'm talking.
No, not Infection. The one with the aliens and the.
I don't know, man. I'm just not playing either of them. I'm just not playing. It was just a waste, and that was more of a waste than the Battle Pass was.
Oh, definitely. Well, yeah. If you're not playing it, you are using the Battle Pass, so.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's only skins. It's not like it's.
Yeah.
So.
But you are getting enjoyment out of it.
I suppose a bit, and I'm leveling it up. There's a really cool looking Caustic skin on it, where he looks like this demented king kind of guy.
I've seen that one.
It looks really cool. It
looks fantastic, that one, honestly.
So I'm only a couple levels off of getting that, so I'll definitely be getting that within a couple of days, I'd have thought. But another thing that I thought was interesting was I actually watched I watched a bit of the Fortnite World Cup.
Alright, okay.
Because, not that I want to get into Fortnite or even think it's a good game, but I just... Playing Apex and sort of thinking about like first-person shooters and stuff reminded me of when I watched the Call of Duty World Cup that one time. Yeah, basically. And I watched the Call of Duty World Cup like one time, and I thought, well, I heard about the Fortnite World Cup, and I'm kind of interested in that because I would say it's probably the most competitive game at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's League of Legends and stuff like that, and Dota and things. But I would say that Fortnite is probably the most competitive game going at the minute.
Everybody's playing Fortnite, aren't they? Everybody's playing it.
So I thought, well, I understand the rules. I understand kind of the mechanics and things, so I can still appreciate it, even though I'm not going to get into it. And I'm telling you, some of the people have you heard much about it? Because it's been in the news quite a lot as well.
Yeah, sorry, my eyes are watering because I'm sleepy. What you mean? How good they are, or
no? Just like, have you seen anything in the news about it?
Somebody was cheating, weren't they? I know.
No one cheated.
So apparently somebody was cheating for like qualifications. I don't know about actually on it, but
no, they didn't get to. They weren't in the top 100 anyway. But basically, there was 40 million people tried to qualify.
Yeah.
They did. I think there was 3 or 4 tournaments. They did trios, duos, and solos, but they also had a creative one as well. I don't quite understand how that worked. But 40 million people tried to qualify for the solos. I only watched solos. And obviously 100 made it out of those 40 million because
40 million,
you have 100 per game, don't you? So these were the top 100 people in the entire world. The average age of them was 16 on average.
Really?
Yeah.
God,
which is incredible, isn't it?
I think that's really surprising. Actually, I would have said they were older.
Yeah, I would have. The only
I don't know. I suppose it is Fortnite, but then again, it is a competitive scene, isn't it? And so I don't know.
I think the only big name that I knew going into it. Obviously, I don't follow Fortnite much, but like Ninja didn't even qualify.
He didn't qualify.
Didn't qualify.
Holy shit!
I don't know if that's because he was busy, but Shroud wasn't in. The only big name, like big streamer that was in, I think the guy who won afterwards, is a big streamer now, was Tfue. He qualified.
Yeah.
He didn't do that well. He didn't get in the top 10 at the end, or anything like that. He did okay. Yeah. He did. The way it works in like points wise is you get a point per kill or elimination, as they were calling it, because you can't say kill in front of 13-year-olds.
No, you can't.
You know, that's why gun crimes in America because of Fortnite saying kill. But so he got a few of those, but not many. And you get 1 point per elimination, and then you get like a certain amount of points depending where you place. So you don't get any points if you got below the top 25 for placement. And a victory royale got you 10. Like in the top 3 gets you 7, and sort of it worked a bit like that. And I don't think Tfue got any, and if he did, he didn't get many placement points. He only ended up with like 13 points at most. And they played 6 games. So the guy who won, it's called Booger.
Booger?
And he was 16-year-old. And thing is, even if you came 100th, you came bottom, you still got 50 grand, $50,000.
Fucking what?
The winner got 3 million.
Holy shit!
3 mil to a 16-year-old.
Oh my god!
I mean, it was insane. And the thing is, he won by a quite considerable margin. He only got a victory royale once in the first game, but he got like he didn't have the highest amount of eliminations either, but he got one of the highest amount, and he always placed like, other than one game where he got killed at the start, he always ended up around top 10. So that's why he won. And he was the best. And the thing is, one of the kids who was in the top 10, and I'm pretty sure the only one of the top 10 that didn't get more than $1 million was 10th place. So if you were 9th onwards, you became a millionaire from that. And one of those was 13. A 13-year-old won over $1 million.
Wait. So the top 3. Sorry. Say again what the prizes were like for places.
Well, no, I can't quite remember, but I know number 1 got 3 mil. And I think second got like 2 point something million, and the only time where it dropped under $1 million was 10th place, where they got 900,000 for 10th place.
fucking hell. That you're looking at like upwards of more than 10 mil to just pay the competitors.
Yeah, easy, more than that.
And then that's setting up. That's the venue, the gear,
Yeah, they
like,
put a
everything,
lot
like,
into it. But
holy shit!
It were great. It were really exciting. It was really good. And some of the skill that they put on show. I mean, if you think about it, if you spend all year like getting good enough to qualify for that top 100, then you've made your year's worth of salary. You're fine. All you have to do is qualify. £50,000 a year is a fairly decent wage. It's not like amazing,
Hell,
but
I need to start
it's all
playing
right.
Fortnite. I need to start playing Fortnite.
Don't, because you're not going to qualify. They're all way too good. That's the thing. They're all just insanely
No, but I'll just
good.
get lucky. I'll just get lucky, won't I?
Thing is, and that's just the World Cup as well. There's going to be other tournaments and things that people can enter. There might be like a European League or a North American, and other bits like that, where the prizes will obviously be a lot less. You might get like 100k for winning, but oh no, 100k, you know.
No, only 100.
I found it insane to see that they're like a 13-year-old. Let me see if I can look him up and send you him. King Fortnite. This kid from Brazil called King. I think he might have got he got one of the most kills. And he's 13. It's insane. Ninja didn't even qualify, and I can't find a picture. Oh, here we are. You can see a picture of this kid here. No, obviously, people on stream can see it, but people listening can't. But yeah, boo-hoo, you should join live. Yeah, this is him, and he's like hugging his dad.
Wow. And that was so he won 100,000.
No, he won $1 million.
Oh, he got $1 million.
Yeah, over. Fortnite World Cup standings. Let me see. Where did people place? He might have. He won at least 900,000. I know he were in top 10.
Yeah.
Joe's winners, creative winners, prom winners. Where's the solos winners? Can't find solo winners. Oh, solo winners, qualified players. Yeah, so Bugger came first and he got 3 mil. Second place was Sam. Well, I think I might have heard of him before. He got 1.8 million.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh no. King came 5th. So, and he had. He were joint 5th and 4th. And
yeah.
He were just unlucky to be. One sec. A B C D E F G H I. He came joint 4th and 5th, but alphabetically his name is above the guy above him. The guy above him is called Creo.
Yeah.
And they got the same amount of points, but for some reason Creo was 4th and King was 5th, and he got 900k anyway, the 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's crazy.
Incredible.
There were some players playing with controllers as well, you know.
Yeah, no. Again, it's just some people do that, don't they?
Let me see if I can find where Tfue came. What do you think about Fortnite? Do you think you can even compete? Because you got, like... Did you get as good at Fortnite as you are at Apex?
No, not at all. Like, I was... The most kills I'd get in a game... I might have got 8 kills in one game of Fortnite, but, like, once. I'd average out at, like...
Tfue,
one or two.
Tfue came 67th. Got 50,000 and only 7 points.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm just shocking. I never expect to kill anyone on it. I think I've got 1 kill ever on Fortnite. Not that I've played much. Other than on like the battle royale, like on we did the Avengers thing, didn't we?
Oh, well, that don't count, does it?
No.
Like that don't count, but. It
was fun. That I did enjoy playing it. It didn't last as long as it should have.
No, speaking of Marvel stuff, I just don't give a shit about like any movies that are coming out for it anymore.
Why?
I watch
Spider-Man Far From Home was good.
I might watch it at some point. I think has it finished at cinema now? Because
No, I don't think
if
so. I
it
saw
has,
it recently,
yeah.
so.
If it has, then I don't really care. The only one I'm sort of a bit interested. No, there's two I'm interested in. I'm interested in Fall of and Thunder and the next Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's it really.
I think that's fine though. You can just like sort of watch them at home, like on DVD or on on internet or something.
If there's another big thing that's going to happen and it includes all these, then I'll watch them back. But I don't know. I just feel like for me the big thing's over now, and it's just
I do think. Thing is, we've said this before. They've not gone wrong so far, and currently it seems like they're doing good. Like the ones that have come out after Endgame, that might only be Spider-Man: Homecoming, but seem like they're still doing good, even though they've continued past it. So there's no evidence to say that it will go wrong necessarily, other than like previous franchises where like they've done the big thing and you should leave it now and wait for a long while until it can be rebooted or something. Just like with Doctor Who now, they should have stopped it at the Day of the Doctor, and that's fine.
Fucking Day of the Doctor was awesome.
There was that bit with, that big sort of epic thing with Matt Smith where he kind of got old and stuff. That was cool, and I actually really did like that. And there was some good stuff after Day of the Doctor, but I would rather not have had that good stuff after, so that it ended on a good point.
Didn't like the plots in the fuck, what's he called, the guy after Matt Smith?
Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi. Well, there's some plot lines in Peter Capaldi's Doctor which were just like, what the fuck is going on? Weren't he blind at one point?
I don't know. I just don't care. See, there was some good stuff with Peter Capaldi as well. Like, there was a few good episodes with him. Like when Clara died. Did she even die? I don't even know. It got a bit confusing, didn't it?
It got really confusing. Like I think for me the prime was David Tennant. Like
it
like
was definitively really.
The whole Doomsday thing with like the Cybermen and Dalek and losing Rose and everything. That was it. That for me that was the prime. The only for some reason
No. I would say that was nearly the prime. I think the peak was like when the Master came, and that was Martha.
Maybe.
It was after Rose.
Maybe the Master then, because
that's still my favourite. They've ruined the Master now, but
he's well. Missy was okay the first time.
No, because they brought the Master back. They brought him playing that character back in a Peter Capaldi one, alongside Missy as well, and it were just a load of crap.
Yeah. But no, he was phenomenal. He was so good. He was fucked him. Like, and I feel like they tried to like match it with Missy and just didn't at all. And
no.
But he was just fucking incredible.
I don't like the sort of like Shadow the Hedgehog character that Missy turned into, where she was kind of good in some ways.
Yeah, she was like an anti-hero, weren't she? Whereas the Master, like the David Tennant's Master,
he chose to die rather than regenerate and spend some time with the Doctor. Yeah, so it just completely goes against the character. I know they have like different personalities when they regenerate, but not that drastically. Like the Doctor's like he never turns evil, does he?
The only sort of thing that happens is when he goes from fucking hell, what's he called? The big ears, the one with Rose.
Oh, Christopher Eccleston.
He goes from he's a little bit more forgiving as him than he is as David Tennant, I think. Because
I don't know.
I feel like they almost hinted that's what they're going to do, because if you remember the first episode with David Tennant as the Doctor, when it's the Christmas one and he's fighting those people with like the fucking bones on their heads and stuff, he was like walking away because he like beat that dude in a sword fight, didn't he? And then he was walking away from it, and and then there's a bit where like this guy goes to like stab him in the back, and he like throws a satsuma at, like a button, and it opens a trap door or some stupid shit. But he sort of does that, and he just walks away. He's like, "No more second chances."
Do you remember that episode where Maisie Williams was in it?
Say again.
Do you remember that episode where Maisie Williams was in Doctor Who?
Well, and that was Peter Capaldi, weren't it?
Yeah. On that one, I was like, "Give me strength, fucking hell."
Yeah, I was like, "Please Christ, give me fucking strength."
So, Judd, I've got an idea.
What, are we gonna start a new season of Doctor Who?
Let's do this where we rank doctors.
Oh, here we go.
Let's rank doctors. Let me
Tier
put this
list.
on stream for people to see.
Oh, I didn't see your new hair, by the way.
Oh, can you see it now?
No, I can't, because you.
Okay,
brought,
well, never
brought
mind, I
your
don't care.
makeup. Oh no, I'll never see it.
You just watch the stream back or something, right? So we're ranking doctors. This is still fine if you're listening to the podcast. Don't tune out because we'll read out the actors who they are. I kind of want to go right to left if you can see what's happening, and that's John Pertwee, is it?
John Hurt. John Hurt, the War Doctor.
John Hurt, but didn't he play the Doctor like earlier on, or did he just?
No, what happened is between Regeneration 8 and Regeneration 9, there was the War Doctor who was basically supposed to be the Doctor who decided the final fate for the war between the Doctors and the Daleks. Because the Doctor didn't want to be... at that point...
That doesn't make much sense, though, because surely it was the first Doctor who did that. Because that's his whole thing throughout all his regenerations, that he killed his own species.
I don't know, some timey-wimey bullshit got involved, but... no, because actually I think... Did he not steal the TARDIS, run away, and then come back to it? Or I don't know. I don't know when the timeline was.
Oh, he must have done, yeah.
But
That
because
makes
sense. It shows you right at the end when he's regenerating from the War Doctor to Christopher Eccleston. It shows you him turning into Christopher Eccleston.
But that don't make sense either.
Why not?
Because before Christopher Eccleston, all the like old timey Doctors, didn't they also have the guilt of killing their entire species?
I don't know if they have that guilt. I know they talk about the Time War, but I don't know if they made the decision at that point. I don't think
Weird.
they did.
Anyway, he was a pretty good one, but he wasn't there enough, so I would just put him like C. It's S to D, by the way. S tier being top and D tier being bottom.
I think he's probably C. The only reason he isn't higher is because we didn't see him enough, because he was only in there for a bit. And if we would have got a full season of John Hurt Doctor Who, it would have been fucking phenomenal. And we know it would have been because it's John Hurt.
I don't know if it would have been as good as people would expect. But
I think it would be. I think it would have been great.
Well, anyway, we've got Christopher Eccleston next, and I would plant him on a big ol' A, I think. I think he was really good. He just wasn't there long enough.
In comparison to everybody else, I'd slap him at S tier. I'd put Christopher
because you
Eccleston at S tier.
can't. You can't. No. He's going on A. You can shut up, you. So this is that weird Doctor that was in like that kind of TV movie thing. I'm gonna just put him right at the bottom. It's like, come on, he looks pretentious, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like him. Go away.
Oh, I don't like him. Was that A?
Who
Was that?
I think, was that Paul McGann? Is that who that is? Yeah. Look at this guy's smug face.
Is that Paul?
Oh my god!
Paul Rudd?
Oh my god! What's happened? For people who are just listening audio, I got up a picture of him, but it was portrait, and then it turned sideways and stretched. Really weird. Anyway, it's Paul McGann. Yeah, that's his name. Nah, you can. Who's this bozo?
Oh god!
Which Doctor is he? Sylvester
I can't
McCoy.
really see
Is that who he
because
is?
the screens.
Yeah.
The screen's really fuzzy for me.
I'm pretty sure it's Sylvester McCoy.
Now, see, whenever I watch older
Yeah, it
episodes,
is.
I don't think I liked him, to be honest.
You're going to have to be the older episodes guy, because as we've already established, I cannot deal with older stuff. I just find it boring. I've not watched any older Doctor Who, really.
Now, okay, hold on. I got a question then. Are we ranking these by their season or by how they portrayed the Doctor?
It's just in general. It's just like what they
are.
So
that's
it's more artsy than that.
Wait, so we're talking about their run as him?
No, because just that Doctor, like as the Doctor. Who was the best? Like not like the portrayal of them, not the series, as in that regeneration as a Doctor. Does that make sense?
Not really, no. The
does,
only reason
in the show, who was the best Doctor? Like, as in, it's like saying who was a better fighter, Goku or Vegeta. You know, that's not which voice actor was better or which season with those was the best.
Yeah. So yeah, okay, but The only reason I was going to ask is because...
Pedro Popo says, I'm so happy I'm not the only one who doesn't like retro shit very much. So. Yeah, when it's... I mean, anything older than the early 2000s to me is a bit of a stretch. There's some stuff in the 80s and 90s that are good, but...
The only reason I asked is because if we're talking about portrayal or like how just their season and like how they were as a whole, then like say Peter Capaldi, he'd go from... If it was just portrayal, then he'd be up at like A for me, and then if it was everything, then it'd be down at like C.
Well, just consider everything then. I think Sylvester McCoy overall, I would just put him next to John Pertwee. John Pertwee. This guy with a colourful jacket.
Fucking
Which
John
one's
Hurt.
that?
How did you not John Hurt? Know John Hurt. He was a fucking elephant.
I know who he is. I just keep saying the wrong one. Colin Baker, is that him?
Oh, Colin Baker was like.
Is that the right one? Yeah, Colin Baker. He's supposed to be a good one, isn't he?
He was like the Willy Wonka of doctors. He was like, "Ooh, look at this! Look." That
sounds fun. I think I can put him at B. I don't know. You get the ultimate decision, to be honest, but I feel like that's a good place.
It was a very silly Doctor because I think it was at that time where it was like it was like swing. What when it was all like 60s, swinging and like, oh yeah, baby, and shit like that.
It probably wouldn't be the 60s. It'd probably be close to the 70s because he was in colour.
No,
so
but I think that was the era though. Anyway, like you can see how fruity his get up and stuff is, can't you? So he
would have been. It would have been 80s, 84 to 86.
84 to 86.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit weird. I always thought it was like the swinging Doctor, like.
No, I think that was the cricket ball guy. Which is. Are you fine with him being B?
Well, I don't really know him, to be honest. I'd put him down at.
We're leaving him at B. I like him. He looks fun.
Put him at B. Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Then we've got the cricket Doctor who can go alongside him. They can be interchangeable for me.
I'd put him down at C, to be honest.
Why?
He just seems like a bit of a dick, to be honest. He seems a bit
Who is
pretentious.
he? Where is he?
Like,
Peter Davidson? Is that who he is? Yeah, Peter
all
Davidson.
This cricket shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's the cricket about, dickhead?
Okay, you've convinced me. Yeah, what is the cricket about? Yeah.
While we're at it, where's that cunt with a fucking celery stick? Put him at D.
I don't know which one that one is.
One of them had a celery stick
I don't know.
in his breast pocket, and find out which one that is, and immediately put him at D because the celery stick thing just pisses me off to no end.
Was it Tom Baker?
It might have been Tom Baker.
Tom Baker is a fan favourite. People love Tom Baker.
Which I don't know.
He's an older one.
I don't think it's Tom Baker. Find out which one had the celery stick.
No, I don't think it's Tom Baker. He's that old guy from you know how like there's that other regeneration in the Day of the Doctor where he's like the art curator at the end.
Yeah.
That's him. He's so much of a classic that he needs to be A or S, I would say. I think to be honest,
he is like the classic Doctor, isn't it?
I think he's supposed to go S. I think for the older people, for people like my mum, that's the best Doctor. So I think he deserves an S tier spot. Plus, he might be the longest running Doctor as well, or one of them anyway, from 1974 to 1981, 6 years. Yeah, I think he's the longest running one. Peter Capaldi were
It was Peter Davidson. It was Peter Davidson. Where do we just did him, didn't we?
Peter Davidson's the cricket guy. Oh,
put him down at D.
Shut up, cricket guy.
Not only is he doing the cricket thing, but he's doing the celery stick thing. What a freak!
God,
I hate that Doctor.
Yeah, what's with the cricket and the celery?
What's with that?
Yeah, that's just not needed. I mean, look, the colourful suit guy's kooky and things, but he's not got weird themes going on.
He's like going, oh, what? How are you dressing today? It's like, oh, I'm going for a cricket attire with a celery stick on me. Just look at him and go.
Like, what the hell is that all about?
He'd look at him and go, You're just a fucking cunt.
Look,
you
right?
aren't you?
Look,
Like, what-
Cricket Man. This show's about weird aliens and shit. You're the craziest thing going on in it with your
Yeah.
weird outfit. Shut up.
Shut up.
Yeah, I hate that guy. Right, okay, what else we got? John Pertwee is the next one, the third Doctor. I just don't care. Like, I don't care about him.
He was like, oh god, which one did he do?
I would put him at D as well.
Was
Like,
he wasn't the first one with Cybermen in, I think. I think Cybermen were
I
in the
don't
first
know.
season, but
He was in Wurzel
maybe
Gummidge.
not. Was he Wurzel Gummidge?
Yeah, he was in Wurzel Gummidge.
But was that him?
I don't know.
I think it was.
He took a starring role in it.
I think he's Wurzel Gummidge.
Yeah.
For
He was.
anybody who isn't British,
I don't
do you
even
want to
know what that
explain
is, to be
Wurzel?
honest.
What Wurzel Gummidge?
No, I don't know what it was, but I know of
was-
it. Like, I know
it
it's
was,
something that matters. I don't know what it is, but I know it matters.
It was like a show ages ago, and it's about this scarecrow that came to life, and he was just weird and mischievous, and it was a bit
It
funny.
sounds a bit like Beetlejuice.
If I tell you that he hung about with children a lot, it also sounds a bit creepy.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm
the
going to
faces
leave him
and
down
noises
at the
he made.
bottom just in case he was a paedophile.
He could have been a paedophile.
I don't
I
feel
hope
like
to
I
God
like
he
him as a-
wasn't.
I don't feel like he should be around Doctor Who either. I feel like he should stay in Wurzel Gummidge, and that's fine.
He should
You
be
know
a
what I
weird
mean?
scarecrow man. Not the Doctor, yeah.
Yeah. So next we've got the second Doctor, and I think he was a pretty cool one actually.
I don't like his hair. Put him at B.
Yeah,
Not B.
Put him at B.
C.
You want him at C?
I don't
You
like his
sure?
hair.
Yeah,
just
I
don't
think
like
that.
that.
I
Straight
think
up
that
don't like
leaves
his
the
hair.
first Doctor to go to B. But I could
Yeah, I'm
maybe
fine with that
argue
one.
for him being A. But he was so old that, like,
Yeah.
he gets bumped up because he was like the original, but he wasn't the best. And also, it's like, well, it was old and the show wasn't too good. So next we have Lady Doctor.
Right.
And she's
For her,
fine. I'd put her here.
I would. Nope. Definitely not that.
She's fine.
God, she's not. I mean,
She is.
She,
As a
she
doctor,
is
she's
a
one of the
doctor.
she's
No,
one of the
we're
best things
taking-
about the
we're-
latest Doctor Who show.
No, we're taking. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But we're taking everything. You said earlier we're taking everything into consideration. So
Yeah.
put her down at D. I think her show, her
No.
episodes are that
Right.
bad.
So
I
listen
think
to
that
this, right?
Go on then.
She does a pretty decent job, right? If we're just gonna base her on her being the Doctor, right? If she had the writing of David Tennant era, she would land on B. Yeah.
I reckon if
But
she had
the show sucks, so that would put her to D. So she lands on C.
Okay.
Averages out.
Okay, I'd argue almost that if she had David Tennant era writing on her side, I'd almost argue she could be at A. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
I'd almost argue that, but no, it's
but
not
the
only that
writing's
though.
so
but
terrible that I think
the writing's
I think
so
C.
bad, and also, I've noticed a lot with it. The costumes and the props look like they were made by like art students. Like,
Yeah, and I
in
think they're
college,
trying to
it's
do that
just-
to make it look like it's going
Also-
back to its roots, but it's just
Also,
not
I
a good
have
thing.
to be biased because my uncle was in an episode where she's a doctor and he knows her, so I have to be biased. But it's I'm sorry, the episodes that are in a fucking garbage. You're good, but the
That one that your uncle
like
was
shit.
in was the best one. I mean, I've not seen all of them. I watched like most of the
yeah,
first
maybe.
season she's
Yeah.
been in, and that one that he was in was the best one. But
Yeah.
it wasn't that good. Gonna be honest, even though he was in it.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he did a good job. It's like,
well, yeah. I
but
mean, he always does, doesn't
there's
he?
plenty of great actors that are in terrible things. Right. Anyway, Peter Capaldi. I think he goes round here.
Yeah, I thought it was you know what? I think because the writing's almost as bad. In some cases, maybe even
It's-
worse than
But
Jodie
there was
Foster
some
stuff. But
good writing. Like some of the stuff to do with Clara was pretty good. It wasn't
yeah,
like David Tennant level, but it was pretty good. And his version of the Doctor was alright too. It kind of got a bit weird. Like he started off being like kind of grumpy but kind of eccentric, which I really liked. And then he did this whole like dad likes to play guitar type thing, which I didn't like. So
yeah, and also you know what? To be honest, overall, in the first sort of few episodes we him in, I thought he was fantastic as a Doctor. Honestly, I really thought I thought it was so cool. Like the first episode where he's like stumbling around and it's not like he's lost his memory. There was something about it where the way we were just acting, I was just like, There's
I
something about
liked
this
that,
guy
and I
that
wish
seems
I
so
wish he'd have
fucking
kept
cool.
with that, but he just
Yeah.
didn't at all.
He didn't. He got like sort of goofier, didn't he? And
Kinda, but kinda
like-
also not. He kind of got more
Yeah.
normal. He kind of just got more like everyone's dad.
I really would have preferred it if he would have stayed like bitter and grumpy. Like I really
Yeah.
would have liked that, to be honest. I would have loved that so much.
Because she could have played off it as well with like his assistants and that, which is what I think they did with some of the older doctors before.
Especially because like with Clara and Matt Smith almost started doing like a boyfriend girlfriend thing, almost, didn't they?
Which
And
was
it
kind of all right. Amy, he
and-
did that with Amy as well.
I didn't like it when it did it with Amy because Amy was getting married and I felt uncomfortable. I didn't like that the doctor was literally cuckolding Rory.
Well,
It really made me
trying
uncomfortable.
to. She was trying to do
No,
it.
I know she was trying to do it, and it really made me hate Amy Pond. And like, Matt
I
Smith
think
was just
that's
like,
just a you
"Please
thing.
stop, please."
I think everyone else was kind of okay with it. But
it freaked me out about. But anyway,
yeah,
I
Peter
thought,
Capaldi, it I don't know. It
I
went
wish- 'cause-
downhill towards the
yeah,
end,
the
and he had
only reason
4 years
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, the only reason I'm saying is because she had that boyfriend-girlfriend relationship with Matt Smith. To her, if he would have stayed like... I mean, she did sort of lose that with him, but then it became like a father figure.
Well, I
for her.
kind of liked the
And-
whole sort of thing she had of being like having to get used to him having a different face and that, and she managed it, and there was a nice arc with that. But then, like I say, it got weird and just not interesting
I
anymore.
almost feel like I would have preferred it more if like he would have got grumpy and stayed bitter and stuff, and then they would have drifted apart more. And then the thing happened with where she dies, and then there's that side of him coming through where he does still actually want to help her and have her around, and then still loses her, and it could play more off of like he gets even more bitter until it goes on to eventually when he dies, and it goes on to Jodie Foster. I just feel like it could have worked a lot better, but.
Yeah, anyway, so next, Matt Smith. I think I've been thinking about this while you were chatting a lot of bollocks. Shut up,
I want
you.
to
Shut up.
See, he pissed me off. He proper pissed me off. Get him away! Get him down!
You're
down!
just wrong.
Down off the sofa!
Why,
down off the sofa,
listen,
dog!
right.
Down off the sofa!
Why don't you try and explain why you're so wrong first, and then I'll tell you why that's right.
He just pisses me off, the way he moves, the way he talks. It just fucking pisses me off.
That's
His
a
episodes
very
are really
you
good.
thing. You can't just be like, I like this. We're thinking properly for everyone here.
I don't want to think for other people. I'm thinking for me.
You're being such a
he belongs
selfish
off
little
the
shit
sofa.
right now.
Down, dog! Get down!
No, he goes there, and I'll tell you why. He's acting. I honestly really liked his portrayal of the Doctor. He was my second favourite behind David Tennant, right? And a lot of people say that. Probably most people say that. And
A
also,
lot of people who say that are fucking Tumblr warriors, though, that want to suck his dick.
yeah, do you know what the Doctor Who fan base is?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
so also, if you look at, I've seen some interviews with him and some of the other characters he plays, and he is full on acting. He doesn't act like that in real life.
No, I know he does.
He's a bit of a bad boy in real life.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
See, you're turning into one of them Tumblr girls now. You're liking it.
Well,
thing is,
no.
right,
See, if he's being a bit of a bad boy, I prefer it more than them. Look at this. Oh, like that. That's why I get annoyed a bit more at one at B, the swinging one. I mean, he was more goofy with it. The Matt Smith to me was more
right,
autistic with
there's
it.
a few things that I need to mention. Bow ties are cool, right? That was a good thing. That people liked
they're
it.
not.
No,
They're
listen
one of
to
the
me first. I'm not done.
gayest
Shut the fuck up, you doing all this shit. Right? But when that started, that were fine. Tumblr took it and made it like annoying by the end of it. Same way that I see a lot of people are doing with the "I Love You 3000" thing on.
Yeah,
Endgame.
that is pissing me off now.
But so that was a positive, and it's not a negative yet because it was nice to start with, right? Also, the two best ever episodes of Doctor Who, the best ever, are both Matt Smith episodes. The Day of the Doctor and that other big epic thing that I can't remember. I think it was called The Death of the Doctor or something. But
I feel like it got quite confusing with a lot of Matt Smith stuff as well.
There was a
back
few
and forth
episodes that weren't
shit.
great. The reason why he doesn't go to S is because the only way you can be an S tier on anything is if you're basically untouchable. Like it was just brilliant. And Matt Smith wasn't just brilliant. There were some pockmarks that were confusing and a bit not great, but he had so much good going for him.
In that case, then with Christopher Eccleston, the Bad Wolf thing. Like, do you not remember?
Bad Wolf was great.
Bad Wolf. Yeah, I think he deserves to go up to top just for Bad Wolf.
No,
Like,
no, because it weren't perfect. Like there's some bits about Christopher Eccleston stuff that weren't great. Like they were still just finding the feet a little bit. So that's why, again, you have to be essentially flawless to be S tier, and that's why David Tennant goes there as well.
Well,
I mean, everyone knew that was going to happen.
there's some things in David Tennant's one where like there's some episodes which I feel like were not great. The first one, the Christmas one, were like a bit crap.
But it wasn't bad. Like it's the same with Marvel, right? If you were rating franchises, the Marvel Cinematic Universe would be S tier because it's not done anything that's bad. It's done stuff that's not amazing, but it's still kind of good.
I just want to say, like, I still feel David Tennant should be at S tier. I just feel like Christopher Eccleston should also be at S tier.
Well, you're wrong. So, if there's no one watching anymore to help us decide, but I feel like this is probably the best ranking we could go with. I can't believe you want to put Christopher Eccleston up to S tier and Matt Smith down to like C. You think Matt Smith is just as good as Jodie Foster?
I don't want to put him down to C. I want him down. I want him down to B. I don't want him down to C. I want him down to B.
Would you rather watch Christopher Eccleston's no, Peter Capaldi's run or Matt Smith's run?
Probably Peter Capaldi.
You don't get to watch The Day of the Doctor with that. Yeah, you have to swap Day of the Doctor for bam, I'm playing guitar in Rome because I can do what I want. I'm a Time Lord.
Yeah, I don't want.
Oh, and Clara dies. Question mark?
I don't. Yeah, sorry, you reminded me of playing guitar in Rome. I'll leave it. I mean, it's weird. I almost feel like there should be this sort of weird middle ground for Matt Smith. Then I don't like. In that case, I don't like.
Do you know what the thing is? It's just you that thinks that. That's just your problem.
No, but then in this case, this would all be sorted out if Christopher Eccleston was moved up to S. Because if you left Matt Smith,
it wouldn't all be sorted out because he doesn't go there. We've just said why he doesn't go there, and you didn't say any other reason.
Yeah, I gave you the whole Bad Wolf thing. The Bad Wolf thing was like fantastic. The Bad Wolf thing for me was the best part of like Doctor Who. It's the best arc. I think Bad Wolf
was one of the best arcs. But the thing is, so was Day of the Doctor. But you're not willing to put Matt Smith up there because there's little bits that don't make him perfect and don't make him like the greatest of all time.
I really
S tier is reserved for greatest of all time, right? And the only reason there's two up there is there's like two Doctor Who eras, and they're the greatest of each Doctor Who era.
But you're only giving it to that one because people will be upset if we don't give it to him. Because I
don't give a shit about whether people are upset or not.
I know he's the big honcho. Everybody thinks a lot of people. Like you say, when you say Doctor Who, either people think of that one or that one, and that's the dude whose name I do remember,
he's up
David
there.
Tennant.
Is he was the greatest of the old era, and we don't know shit about the old era, so that's the best we got. This is the right order, and just to read it out, we've got. I'm going to give them all nicknames. I can't be bothered to look up like who they actually are, but I'm pretty sure people will get the gist of it. We've got weird old 90s movie Doctor who's holding stuff. I don't like that. We've got probably if I could add a tier for shit tier, we've got Cricket Celery Doctor who I am not.
Cricket Celery Doctor.
Get him out of here. Go away. In fact, I'm not even putting him on there. Get out of here. Then we've got Wurzel Gummidge Doctor, and just don't come near Doctor Who, Wurzel Gummidge.
We're not sure if you're a paedophile or not, Wurzel Gummidge. So
then we've got John Hurt, who is only at C. Yeah, we're on the C tier now, by the way. Yeah. C tier is starts with John Hurt, and the only reason he's there is just we didn't see enough.
You know what? Maybe you could, because only because Peter Capaldi's up the next one.
You could argue to put him up to B, but I'm not gonna. I'll leave him there. Then we've got the Doctor that looks most like a bird, and he wears
he does look like a bird.
And he wears like a not a straw hat, but and he wears like a tartan scarf. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really bothered. Then we've got the second Doctor with a bowl cut. He's pulling a funny smile and he's got weird hair. I don't want to put him higher than a B. I don't want any old doctors higher than a B. Put it that way. And then we've got Lady Doctor, who's let down a lot by the writing and things. She's okay. She's fine. She's actually decent. But the writers in her show, they really want to let you know that they know about Yorkshire, don't they? They really want to let you know.
Yeah, they want to know.
Anyway, at B tier we've got flamboyant 80s Doctor. Fine, okay. Then we've got First Doctor. Hold on a second. People just knocking on my door. And then we've got Peter Capaldi at B tier as well. A tier we have Christopher Eccleston and Matt Smith. S tier we've got the daddies of each era. What's his name? Colin Firth. That's not his name. That's not his name, but Tom Baker, I think his name is, and obviously David Tennant. If we had to order them, really, the best is David Tennant, isn't it? Like everyone knows. Best David Tennant, worst cricket celery man. And that's the end of a podcast because I've got to go do something. So thanks for tuning in, and we don't give a shit about any of you.
And please don't wear celery either, because I'll find you. I'll snap your fucking necks.
Please follow us and just make us feel like we deserve any sort of attention. Bye.
Bye.